We started the season with 22 teams, 16 entered the playoffs. We are down to our last 4 squads. Thank you so much for joining us. We are coming to you live from the Mayor Vitaliano D. Agan Coliseum at the heart of Zamboanga City. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League South Division Finals of Batangas City. Embassy Chill, the 2018 Raha Cup champions in our inaugural season, will be matching up with the home squad, the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines, who are making their first appearance here in the South Division Finals after vanquishing Bacolod in the Division Semifinals on this very floor. Coach Cholo Villanueva continues to search for vindication after previous failed stints with the Makati Super Crunch and the Manila Stars, and also his first appearance here in the Division Finals. He will be matching wit for wit with Coach Vicky Casiano, who beat his former team, the Bacolod Bingo Plus, in their previous series. Once again, the Batangas City Embassy Chill number 2 team in the South will be going up against the home squad, the number 1 Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Javi Palanya, joined by Coach JV Gayoso. Coach, we have finally reached this point. These 2 squads are just 2 wins away from entering our national championship. How important is a win here in Game 1 in this best-of-3 series?
Wow, laking bagay talaga, Javi. Good evening po sa inyo. The losses actually brought them to this finals ng South Division. Nakakatuwa. Batangas naka-experience ng talo sa Bacoor. Natuto sila, huwag maging complacent. Zamboanga natalo sa Bacolod. Natuto sila to play team basketball and putting both teams together with a new frame of mind, a new focus, will probably be more exciting tonight than yesterday's game sa ating North Division. What a ball game we're gonna have, Javi.
Talking about new frame of mind and new focus, we want to introduce a third member of our broadcast panel. Welcome back to the Mpbl, Miss Cel Guevara.
Hello, happy. Hello, Coach JV. Glad to be back here. And you know what? I can tell that the players, none of the teams are taking this game 1 lightly. And you know what? Pinag-uusapan nga natin that si Coach Cholo Villanueva is looking for vindication. And true enough, I spoke to him earlier before this game, and he did say that they really want to establish something as early as Game 1 of this division finals. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Cel. We'll be hearing more from her as this game progresses at malalaman natin yung mga interesting na kwento that she has prepared for us. We are live on 1PH at mamaya may replay tayo on 1PH as well at 9 o'clock p.m. You can also catch us on our Facebook and YouTube channels. And talking about Facebook and YouTube, let's see our action sa ating social media account, sa ating Mpbl shoutouts. Sabi ni Nelson Tobe, good luck both teams. Let's go to the finals of the South Division. Mabuhay ka, Idol Manny Pacquiao, the founder. Siyempre naman, wala tayo dito kung wala si Senator Manny.
Good evening sa inyo, Boss Manny. Mabuhay kayo talaga.
At sabi naman ni Jericho Castillo Plata, kaya nyo yan, tiwala lang at pray. Iuwi nyo sa amin mga Batanggenyo ang pagkapanalo.
Well, prayer is the key, Javi. At talaga naman, kailangan ng both teams magdasal para makakuha ng panalo. Pero sa ngayon, Batanggenyo daw ang magdadasal.
Well, syempre, Game 2, mangyayari yan sa Batangas City. Sabi ni Denison Navata, Abidin, good luck Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines. Arriba, huwa!
Arriba, huwa!
I'm sure so much energy dito pa lang sa venue natin para sa Zamboanga. Sabi ni Nina Mangati, this one is a great match, unpredictable. Sino ang mananalo? Basta good luck yan. Tama yan. These 2 teams have a similar play style and a very unpredictable, so very interesting ang mangyayaring serye dito. But let's take a look at our updated playoff bracket first before we delve into our pre-game discussion. Sabi nga natin kanina, we are down to our last 4 squads, and yesterday we experienced an upset in the North Division. San Juan finally pinned its the first loss of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards in their home court.
What a ball game! Oo nga, ginagawa nila ito doon sa Nueva Ecija in front of a jam-packed crowd. Full support sa kanilang team. Medyo nag-fall short lang ang Zamboanga. Great game there by San Juan.
Well, let's see if there will be an upset happening today. Of course, Zamboanga is the top seed, the number 1 team in the South, going up against the number 2 squad, the Batangas City Embassy Chill. And talking about Batangas, let's talk about their last game a win over the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers after a dominant win in Game 1. They were put to the test here in Game 2, and this game came down the wire, but Batangas just had enough composure and got a good finishing kick, especially from that guy, Cedric Ablaza.
Well, great game for Cedric Ablaza. Batangas, nakuha na nila yung kanilang tempo sa larong iyon, and they carried it over. Yun nga, nabanggit ko, it was because of the loss from Bacoor that they changed their game, itong Batangas, and they just dominated all throughout against their very inspired Rizal team.
You see there, Coach Jonathan Banal congratulating Coach Cholo Villanueva, two of the brightest minds here in the Mpbl. At ating stats from that previous game, 51 bench points, Coach, something that Batangas has been really known for.
Ang laki talagang bagay, ang lami nilang asset, kaya yun, makikita nyo 51 bench scoring, pero yung percentage ng shooting halos pareho lang, 38 at 37% favoring Rizal. 3-point shootout, 25.9 para sa Batangas, 14.3 kinulang doon because of the intensified defense from Batangas. And then finally, makita natin yung rebounding, offensive rebound, 20-19. Batangas still very young, they need the experience, and this is their first step to greatness.
Well, they have a very good mix of veterans and young guys, and Coach Cholo Villanueva is really putting them into a good mix. Let's talk about the last game of the Green Shirts, the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines. Unlike Batangas, who was able to sweep the Rizal Golden Coolers, Zamboanga was put on the brink of a series Game 3 in that matchup.
Well, napakaganda because the loss that they experienced against Bacolod dun sa Batangas ay nakatulong sa kanila to realize that they need to have better offense, passing that ball, moving that ball around, looking for high percentage shots, and they need the full effort of every member of the team to win a basketball game.
And we were talking about this throughout the whole game, Coach, that Zamboanga finally released the pressure defense that they were so known for throughout this campaign, pero matagal lang hindi pinakita, and pinakita nila ulit dito.
Once again, makikita natin field goal percentage 37.7, 37.8, halos pareho lang Zamboanga and Bacolod. 3-point field goals, 26.9 para sa Zamboanga. Napaganda na shooting ng huling game. Assist 20-9, yan ang binabanggit natin, pumapasa na. And bench scoring 46-20 favoring Zamboanga once again.
Well, to give much more context to this South Division Finals matchup that we have here between Zamboanga and Batangas, let's talk about their matchup sa ating regular season. This was an overtime game where Batangas got the upper hand 87-83 in overtime.
At previous games natin, field goal percentage, halos pareho lang din, lumamang ng konti ang Batangas 39.4 compared to 36%. 3-point field goals, 33% to 20 lang sa Zamboanga. Rebounding wise, makikita nyo 17 offensive rebounds compared to 23. 11 fast break points compared to 21 sa Zamboanga. And Zamboanga is really known for their running game. But mabanggit lang natin dito sa game na ito, 3 player ang wala sa Zamboanga. But I'm not taking anything against itong Batangas team because talagang very formidable naman itong Batangas City Embassy Chill.
Well, let's talk about the player matchup that we have for today. Two very great gunners, and both guys are lefties and both very capable scorers. Both have PBA experience. We're talking about Jong Baloria. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in that series clinching win against the Golden Coolers, while JC Marcelino, the head of the attack for the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines, All-Star Game MVP, one of the front runners in our MVP race, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals to vanquish the Bacolod Bingo Plus.
Wow, great matchup we have. Points 17.0 because JC really takes full control of the offense, habang Jong Baloria adds more on the assist and creates so many things. Field goal percentages, 52.2% para kay JC, 37.2 naman para kay Jong Baloria. Rebounding wise, lamang na lamang JC. Alam mo naman, ume-ere to, may pakpaktong hindi nakikita. Assist 4.6 para kay JC, 1.4 for Jong Baloria, and the steals 2.5 compared to 1.1 favoring JC Marcelino.
Well, contrasting numbers, but we know that Jong Baloria is capable of so much more. So let's see if he will step up to the plate offensively. So Jong Baloria, JC Marcelino is with Cel Guevara. Take it away, Cel.
Alright, punta tayo sa ating player matchup. Let's start with JC Marcelino of Zamboanga. JC, alam na natin na kayo ang number 1 team in the South. Ano ba ang tamang attitude or approach when you know that a lot of people have high expectations sa inyo?
Ayun, siguro may may pressure sa amin kasi nga ang taas ng expectation sa amin. Pero hindi kami nagpo-focus doon, mas nagpo-focus kami sa ginagawa namin sa practice at sa
One game at a time. Thank you very much and good luck. JC, napunta tayo sa Batangas. We have Jong Baloria. Jong, you are the number 2 team here and then going up against number 1. Ano bang gusto niyong i-achieve as early as game 1 dito sa South Division Finals?
Siguro enjoy lang namin yung laro and then tuloy namin yung game 1. Siguro magtatrabahuan namin. Gusto namin kami makauna. Si Lord na bahala.
Pag wala nga namang pressure, mas madaling ma-achieve ang goal. Thank you very much, John, for your time and good luck. Now let's go to Mpbl, our venue announcer.
Buenas tardes, ¿qué tal ustedes? Welcome to Game 1 of the Best of 3 South Division Finals between Batangas City and your Zamboanga. Streaming live on the Mpbl official Facebook page, YouTube channel, Signal Play. This is the OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl 4th season, presented by Extreme. Let us now meet the starters. First, for the Batangas City Embassy Chill. Starting at guard number 10, Rudy Linganay. Also at guard number 9, Dondon Villanueva. Starting at center number 43, Dexter Apinan. At forward number 27, King Importante. Also at forward number 22, Levi Hernandez. The head coach for Batangas City Embassy Chill is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches J.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, and Tino Ponce Enrile. Team managers are Jerry T. and Jean Alabanza. Assistant team manager Gilbert Olea. Team owner is Mr. Lucio Tan III. LGU partner is Congressman Marvy Marino. Zamboangueños, for your Zamboanga Family Spread Sardines! Number 3, from Barangay Kasanyagan, Joy Ignacio! Number 6, Tagutino, Jason Grimaldo. Number 8, the Dragon, Jamo Aguilos. Number 9, the Worm, Adi Santos. Number 17, the Samurai, Chaps Bautista. Number 28, El Jefe, Chito Jaime. Number 29, Air Jeff Comia. Number 34, from Barangay Santa Maria, Max Salim. One of the twin turbos, number 19, JV Marcelino. The other twin turbo, number 11, JC Marcelino. Starting at guard number 16, Airbender Palencia. Also at guard number 2, Chino Mosqueda. Starting at center number 23, Chris Tumapi.
At forward number 1, Tosi Tancinco. Also at forward number 99 from Barangay Talaban, John Mahari. The head coach for Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines is Vic Icasiano. Assistant coaches Hubert De Los Santos, Leo Pujante, Kevin De Castro, Jake Agberon, and Kat Tenorio. Team representative is Antoinette Roque. Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines Marketing Associate, Mr. Nini Arquiza. Marketing Manager Ram Irahan. General Manager Alvin Muño. Team owners are Miss Anita Cao and TP Cao. May we request both teams to please meet at the center court for the pre-game handshake. Referees for this ball game are Alan.
Here are your starters for today's ball game here at the Vitaliano Agan Coliseum. This is game 1 of the South Division Finals. Rudy Linganay, John Ray Villanueva at the guard spots. Jexter Apinan will be starting at center along with Kim Importante and Levi Hernandez para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva. Sa kabilang panig naman, Irvin Palencia, Chino Mosqueda, Chris Dumavic, Tosi Tancinco, and John Mahari. This is the same starting 5 that started off very well against the Bacolod Bingo Plus in game 3.
Tama ka dun, Javi. Alam mo itong Zamboanga team, I'm very impressed with this 5 guys in this unit. They start out strong and they can match up against this Batangas team. Of course, wag natin rin kalimutan ang efforts ng itong unit ng Batangas because these guys are also equally impressive in their efforts to harass their opponents. Great job here by Coach Cholo maintaining the team chemistry by always putting in his starters.
We are now out underway here. Zamboanga takes the opening tip. Now, Coach JV, I want to ask you this. These two teams, they play very similarly. We mentioned that in the pregame. They both love to pressure the basketball full court. They love to force turnovers and let their defense fuel their offense. How will it shape up in this type of situation?
Well, right now, it's a chess game. Pare-pareho silang kumakapa. Ang ginagawa ngayon, in fact, sa depensa ng Batangas, bigla silang nagsona. Alam nila yung shooting ability ng Zamboanga is questionable. Unlike Batangas, they've got a lot of guys who can shoot the lights out dito sa ating venue. And that's what we will need to see now. The adjustments and just, you know, it's like a chess game. The first couple of moves will determine the end game of our game 1.
And one guy who does shoot the lights out was Levi Hernandez, who puts the first points on the board in this game, while Mahari responds with Zamboanga's very own three-pointer.
And that's going to be tough for Batangas because it seems that they came into this ball game hoping that their zone defense would work for them. But if the outside shooters of Zamboanga would hit tonight, mag-a-adjust na naman si Coach Cholo. Yun nga kagandahan ng dalawang teams ito. They have the capacity to make different changes because of the lineup that they have in their team.
Very interesting chess match we have at our hands. Coach Vicky Casiano and Coach Cholo Villanueva facing each other in this virtual chess match here in the South Division Finals. You looked at the three-pointers from both teams, Mahari and Hernandez answering each other right there as Rudy Linganay, the hometown hero, playing for Batangas, gets the 2 points.
Oo nga, kaya nga medyo half-hearted din siguro mga taga-Zamboanga because kilala nila sa Rudy Linganay.
And Rudy has represented this province very proudly, playing for the UE Red Warriors in college, moving on over to the PBA, and now strutting his wares here in the Mpbl.
Oh, I'm pretty sure excited din ito. Rudy Linganay coming off an inbound, just cuts to the basket, finding himself free.
Risky right there for the defense of the Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines. Rudy as well has had experience playing internationally. One of the first Filipino players actually to have that kind of experience.
Tancinco from the outside.
To refresh the memory of our viewers, Tosi Tancinco hit 2 3-pointers to start that Game 3 against Bacolod.
Which actually gave them a very nice margin na nahirapan na ang Bacolod makahabol.
Yeah, after the first 5 minutes, Zamboanga was up 17-5 and finished that quarter up by 14, 26-12.
Ganda na maintain nila kanilang yung abilidad itong Tancinco. He spaces everybody out. Quick inbound, outside shot for him. Boom.
So you think, Coach, because Batangas is tweaking their defense a bit, medyo nagkaka-errors sa simula ng game natin. You saw that there was a miscue there for Batangas failing to mark Tosi Tansinko.
Well, tama ka dun. It's a combination of miscue and hoping na hindi mag-click ang outside shooting ng Zamboanga, but it still is. I'm pretty sure they spent a lot of time shooting itong several days na nandito sila nag-aantay sa pagdating ng araw na to.
Score is 6-5. Lamang lang isa dito ang Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines. We are almost more than 2 minutes into this first period.
And immediately, Coach Cholo calls for a full court pressure.
But we're not seeing that trap yet that we saw them implement against Rizal in that series clinching game 2.
And they're back in their zone. Ika nga nung panahon ko, sige, kung kaya niya tumira sa labas, beat us with the three-pointer, but the turnovers created.
Apinan pushing the pace, goes up strong and finishes with the left.
Dexter Apinan, consistent game for him, his first 2 points.
Mahari goes to the mapping, drives baseline, foul on the way up. A little bit of extra motion right there as he went down. But Chris Dumapic, coach, you have been raving about this guy's performance in their last game. He was very tough on both ends of the floor, having to guard Marquis as we look at this coast-to-coast drive by Dexter Apinan.
Almost a great play by Palencia to prevent that shot. But yun nga, si Dumapic kasi, a tough task to guard Marquis. All-nighter silang wrestling, banggaan, sikuhan, a lot of physical play. And then at the end of the day, he finds himself just smiling and continuing the day. And here he is again, ready to bang. Pero tonight, I don't think he will have that much of a difficulty because hindi naman talaga physical presence ang ginagawa ni Apinan. But Apinan can actually, create for his team in many other ways.
Lingana calls out the play. This is a double high set. Lower, good cut by Lingana. Oh, sorry, miss by Rudy. Palencia goes to the corner. Mosqueda back to Irvin. Being defended by Hernandez. Batangas is sticking to that 2-3 zone. 12 on the 24 for Zamboanga. Palencia, the swing. Tansinko for 3. That's a miss.
Well, Batangas is just daring Zamboanga to shoot.
Palencia on the reset. Mahari hit the 3 from there earlier. Way short. Oh, there's going to be a double foul here. That's going to be against the mapping. Then Importante, and King Importante cannot believe it.
Well, King Importante and Dumapic were just preventing each other from getting that rebound, and they both fall down. And you can't say that's a flop, but calling a foul on one guy in that kind of an action, it's something that needs to be looked at again.
I think the call was a double foul. That was the initial motion of our referees. Let's look at them at the right side of your screens. There you go. Double foul ang tinawag ng ating mga referees. So by the way, are Alan Manzano, Eddie Villarosa, Benji Estrongo, and Alan Jan Valeria.
At gusto ko ipaalam sa mga nanonood sa atin na we were there actually participating when Commissioner Kenneth Durendes was talking to the referees. They want to establish their presence right now. Ang mga referees natin, they don't want it to get dirty. They don't want the players to get physical to the point na may mapipilitang i-eject. That's why they want to establish sa umpisa pa lang itong mga referees natin na bawal ang extra physical play. We just continue playing rugged basketball.
That's really, one of the toughest jobs, if not the toughest, in basketball, officiating the games.
Oo nga, ang hirap talaga niyan because after one game, you age 10 years. Talaga naman. Kaya maigi na pag kung gusto nyo maging referee, umpisahan nyo na, kalbuhin nyo na buhok nyo at darating din kayo doon.
Kailangan nyo start young.
Start pa lang eh. Ang hirap.
And there you go, Miguel Pere announces the final decision. The call will stand. It is a double foul against Chris Dumapig and King Importante. Possession will remain with Zamboanga. Go ahead, coach.
Kasi Javi, sorry, si King Importante and si Dumapig, nakangiti pa rin. Alam nila wala namang personalan, banggaan lang. And just positioning. Ooh!
That's a kick against Importante. Kitang-kita natin yun.
Oo naman, kita mo, gumaganda laro natin. Umiiba, may wrestling, meron ng soccer. I'm telling you.
Dumadagdag ng dumadagdag.
Dadagdag pa yan kasi dito sa South, itong South Division natin, ang daming magagawa, ang sari-sari ang sport na inilalaro sa basketball court.
Multi-sport event. Tancinco drives to the right. Kick out to Valencia. Double team. Kapinan gambles. Mosqueda breaks away. That shot a little bit too strong. There's going to be a foul on the loose ball. It's going to go against Batangas.
You know, Levy Hernandez is reacting, but the referees won't call it unless they see it. He was called clutching the arm of Dumapig, I believe, and they won't call that if it wasn't really obvious.
Baseline throw in here for Zamboanga. Mahari triggers to Tancinco. Valencia directing traffic. That's a screen from Tancinco. Mosqueda is free from the corner. That's short. Importante finally colors possession for Batangas.
Well, this is the same situation they faced before in their previous game against each other. Ang outside shooting talaga ang nakapagbigay ng konting kahirapan para sa Zamboanga. And this time, they need to take those shots pa rin because as long as you continue shooting, you can score. Great move without the ball. King Importante. Importante talaga yon, moving without the ball.
First 2 points of King Importante. Let's turn you over to Sel Guevara for her first report.
Chemistry versus youth. That's how Coach Cholo Villanueva of Batangas sees this matchup between their team against Zamboanga. Earlier, binanggit nga niya ng mga pinaghandaan nila, and that's definitely the talent in the deep lineup of Zamboanga. Hindi mawawala yung Marcelino twins, and then sabi niya, ang pamontra na lang to beating a team in their home court is their experience in this league. Let's see how that pans out in the next games. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much for that report, Sel.
Thank you, Sel.
Coach Cholo Villanueva has his loyal soldiers in Dexter Apinan, Cedric Ablaza, King Importante, Rudy Linganay at his disposal, as well as Jong Baloria.
Yes.
Kaya lang sinasabi ni Sel na chemistry na meron itong Batangas team, while this Zamboanga squad brimming with youth, a lot of energy.
Oo nga. At maganda dito yung mga experienced players ng Batangas are willing participants of that adjustments that needed to be made. Actually, it's a pride adjustment. And that's why, ito makikita natin, umpisa ng ating chess match kasi pumasok na ang Marcelino brothers. Titignan natin kung paano mag-a-adjust ngayon si Coach Cholo against these two guys.
These two twins, itong Turbo twins na tinatawag ni Miguel Perey, the Marcelino brothers, they started a lot of the games to start the postseason, but they really did come off the bench. That's why Zamboanga is #1 in bench production throughout this season as JC Marcelino gets his first 2 points of this game.
Great move, getting his defender airborne and just penetrating for an easy floater for him.
9-8 is the count. There's a foul away from play. Looks like it's gonna go against the Zamboanga player.
Looks like Mosqueda's gonna get the call against him.
And we're hearing some boos from the crowd here at the Vitaliano Agan Coliseum. Starting to get back to the rafters here.
You know, kailangan ko lang banggitin because ang fans dito, ito yung bit of action natin na may move ni JC Marcelino. Great fake there. Pero hangang-hanga ako dito sa crowd ng Zamboanga. Very rambunctious talaga sila, pero hindi sila, wala kang makitang namamato or naggumagawa ng gulo. They're just into it. They're into the game. Mararamdaman mo. Minsan yung talsik ng laway, kala natin ulan, pero talagang lumilipad-lipad eh.
Well, that's the beauty of the Mpbl. You know, these people from the various provinces that represent the teams that represent their various provinces rather have a chance to cheer on for their players who are also from their hometowns.
Tama ka doon. At natutuwa ako dito sa Batangas team. Alam ko humingi sila ng 50 tickets kasi nga kay Rudy Lingana, daming fouls, ang daming friends.
There's that sequence that caused the whistle. Gino Mosqueda will be called for the personal. That's his first of the game.
I need to mention lang as a former shooter in this game, Levy Hernandez should control his temper. He should actually just focus because his outside sniping is very much needed. Ang shooter kasi pag nagalit na yan, umiiba na tira, may konting gigil kasama. Chances are percentage-wise bumababa.
Nawawala yung finish.
Yes.
Valoria, first appearance in this one, tries to post up JV Marcelino. Misses on the attempt. Zamboanga has the Marcelino twins, Japs Bautista, Adi Santos, and Jamo Eguilos, who by the way are former players of the Batangas squad who won the championship in the 2018 season. Eguilos getting the stick back right there.
Well, two guys tried and tested sa loob. Adi Santos and Jamo Eguilos, talagang offensive rebounds, 2 points agad para sa kanya. Bagong pasok, bagong score.
Jamo Eguilos has been playing well as of late, especially in Game 3. Hernandez way off on that jumper. Yan ang sinasabi mo, Coach. Bautista, ball fake. Drop pass, Adi Santos, covered by the defense. JC passes up on the 3. The drive baseline, fouled by Importante on that floater.
Great fishing expedition there by JC Marcelino. Once again, getting his defender airborne, but this time comes close to the defender who chased him down, and then nakasungkit siya ng foul.
He's really not settling for the 3 here. Taking every opportunity to attack the basket every time he held the basketball. This free throw by JC Marcelino is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
I like what you did pointing out that the Marcelino brothers are not settling for outside shooting. Meron na silang mga teammate who can do that. Just get your points closer to the basket, which is what you're great at.
In fact, JC only had 1 attempt from downtown in Game 3.
Oo nga, naging effective because all his other teammates had the choice. At marami naman siyang ipinasa sa mga kakampi niya.
12-9, Zamboanga in the driver's seat. Valoria from downtown. Yes, sir.
Robin Hood hitting once again. Namamana na naman. John Valoria, I like the way he plays. Rugged and very tough contributor of many aspects of the game. Whoa!
Eguilos gets the offensive rebound. That's snatched away by Don Ochea.
Ochea, another tough player, great defender. Oh!
That's a walk against Cedric Ablaza. Watch transition attempt right there for Batangas City, and he is hearing it from the crowd.
Oo nga. We should expect these calls, pero yan yung mga tipong sasabihin mo sa referee, pag mo natawagan, di naman sinasadya eh.
Shuffled his feet right there, failing to establish his pivot foot before the drive. JC trying to look for Eguilos at the post, being denied by Mark Cruz. Still trying to go to him, but JC decides to go for it.
Travel.
Back-to-back traveling violations on these two squads. This time it's against JC Marcelino.
JC Marcelino actually made a great move penetrating, but he should have waited for his teammate to get out of the way para magbigyan siya ng better space to penetrate and, make it to the basket.
2 minutes and 26 remaining in the first period. Valoria, free for a moment. Yes, sir, that's all he needs. John Valoria.
And I pointed it, papanain ko siya. 6 points! John Valoria.
2 3-pointers to begin this one. Almost reaching his average of 9.8 points per game already. 3 3-pointers para sa Batangas City. While Zamboanga has 2. Jamo Eguilos slamming it down with authority.
Huwag mong gagalitin ang Gentle Giant. Ayan na, bumangon na. Banggain mo siya ng banggain, gagawa na siya para sa kanyang team. Great move by Jamo Eguilos.
He had a very slow start to this season, pero as we pointed out before, ang mga veterano dito talaga umaariba sa postseason.
Totoo. Pero ito mabanggit ko lang, Doc Junjun Cao, kaibigan ko, family ni Ma'am Anita Cao. Ito muna ang ating slammer.
That's right. We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win. slamming it home, rising high, Jamo Egilos.
Nabanggit ko kay Doc Jungjun Kao na yung big men mo, magiging big asset talaga yan pagdating ng crucial part, which is the championship, because they have been tried and tested. And Jamo Egilos is one of them, and Adi Santos as well.
Nobody boxing out Santos for that offensive board. Japs Bautista, the kick out. Comia, drive inside, the drop off. Egilos, back to Japs. Egilos gets the board. Yes, Jamo Egilos doing it from everywhere.
6 points for him. And this guy, we were just waiting for him to wake up.
And you don't want to wake a gentle giant. Mark Cruz is wide open down low. Ablaza fails to get it to him. He will finish instead with 2 points.
Talk about versatility. Cedric Ablaza, first 2 points, in or out. Take your pick your poison para kay Cedric Ablaza.
Bautista trying to get by the defense. Having trouble with the leather. It's going to be a jump ball situation. Possession arrow pointing to the side of Batangas City. That's a turnover against Zamboanga.
Look like one of those fascinating judo moves. Nakikita mo, nandun na sa baba.
Are you familiar with judo?
Yes, yes, because we had the Barkada representing the Philippines back when we were much younger. Idol namin niya, Kenneth McMurray. Led sa national team sa heavyweight division.
Kaya pala kabarkada mo.
Yo. Pero baby pa ako, kalahati lang ang size ko nun.
De La Virgen being defended by Santos, gets him on the switch. Ablaza is asking for it. Cruz, 4 on the clock, 3-pointer on the way, off to the left. Valoria tries to save it, instead it goes to Bomia. Bautista, the pass too forward for him.
Good intent, too strong lang. Well, back to D. Pero maganda ginagawa, Cedric Ablaza posting up JC Marcelino because he knew he had a mismatch at makasungkit lang siya ng foul. Laking bagay na yun. Giving either of the Marcelino brothers a foul.
That marks the end of quarter number 1 here in Game 1 of your South Division Finals dito sa Vitaliano Agan Coliseum between Zamboanga and the Batangas City Embassy Chill. Coach, very tight first quarter. Your thoughts on this?
Well, I'll just show you how tight. Itong Batangas had 10 possessions. Nakascore sila in 7 of them. Zamboanga as well had 10 possessions at nakascore sila in 7 of them. Wow, talk about tight. Nothing tighter than that. 7-10 for both teams.
Very efficient showing for both squads. That's why the score is the way it is right now. 17-16. Lamang-lamang ng isa ang Batangas laban dito sa Zamboanga. We'll be back. At nagbabalik po ang Marlica Pilipinas Basketball League. You're looking at the team matchup, the numbers of both squads throughout the season. First in bench points in number 5, Zamboanga and Batangas respectively.
Oo nga, makikita mo dito naman sa points scored. Third ang Zamboanga, 82.8, habang 11 naman itong Batangas. Yet they pull off a lot of wins itong Batangas. Points allowed. First ang Batangas by lowering their opponents 67 to 67.9, 71 naman 0.1. Third ang Zamboanga, which means these teams are winning because of defense.
But that doesn't take away anything of their capabilities offensively because they have the talent to compete step for step. Actually, they are 2 of the best offensive teams here in the league.
Tama ka doon, Javi. Confidence is built because of their defense. Alam nila wala nang pressure to take the shot because babawiin na lang nila ang miss on defense.
JC Marcelino missing on the 3 to open the quarter. Batangas gets a stop. Coach Solo Villanueva has MJ De La Virgen, Jong Valoria, Cedric Ablaza, Mark Cruz, and Don Ochea to begin quarter number 2.
Yung action talaga natin dito sa larong ito doesn't fall short of what we expected. Napakagandang basketball. I mean, there's no lull in the game both on both ends. And you can see sa timeout natin, Coach Cholo was really giving instructions which just points out na marami silang hinanda, marami silang hawak tangan na baraha sa larong ito para maiayos nila ang laro nila.
Valoria working on Comia at the post. Ball is tapped out of bounds. Possession will remain with Batangas. 6 on the shot clock here.
Sorry, Javi. Careful inbound play earlier. Is from the inbound, nakascore sila agad. And, stepping on the
John
line.
Valoria stepping on that sideline. That's a turnover para sa Batangas.
Medyo napalayo. He wanted to get a 3 for his team because he was hitting it earlier. But sometimes talaga, dapat yan putulin yung paa.
But that could have been another great inbound play from the baseline.
Yes, which I was pointing out because ang ganda ng mga execution nila.
Second straight stop for the White Shirts. De La Virgen at the controls here for Batangas. We have not seen Joshua Gonzalez get quantifiable minutes recently in the past few games. De La Virgen has been coming off the bench as the first point guard.
Well, De La Virgen is much quicker than Josh Gonzalez. The ability naman of Josh Gonzalez was his contribution in the game. Kung kumbaga tapos na. Kaya sila na umabot dito sa finals kasi yung height advantage niya hindi kakayanin against the speed of their opponents in this team. But who knows, malay mo maisingit siya lalo na on crucial situations.
JC going on over to Comia. Turnover story on your screens. 8-5 plus 3 ang Zamboanga. Egilos, the fake, the drive is blocked by Ablaza. De La Virgen dives for it. Oh, Shea could not handle the heat. That's going to be Zamboanga basketball.
Great hustle play by De La Virgen. Sayang, nawala lang Adi Santos coming out. Chito Jaime.
Oh, there's the block. That was on Valoria. My mistake.
And Valoria talaga, no? Ang galing niya mag-tempo. Nakakatulong talaga siya. He knows where to put his hands just to distract yung shooters.
Oh, that's just experience for you. John Valoria, former stalwart of the University of Perpetual Help in the NCAA, moving on over to the PBA to play for the Blackwater Elite. And now, he is one of the top players of the Batangas City Embassy Chill.
Great inbound play. Chito Jaime just cutting inward after the pick. Gets fouled by Dexter Apinan.
Chito Jaime had a great performance in Game 3. Was 1 out of 3 for 5 points, but only played 8 minutes. But those 5 points were very crucial.
Laking bagay. Pero yung for me kasi, ang pagpasok kay Chito Jaime sa loob, it doesn't necessarily mean for him to score. And if he gets the chance, he is willing and able. It's more of his presence there, spacing out yung defense ng kalaban.
Ablaza, getting over to Apinan. De La Virgen. Back to Dexter. The jab, the spin. Oh, stripped away by JC.
Quick hands by JC Marcelino, grabbing that ball when it's on the way down to the floor sa bounce.
Comia will attempt from downtown. That's too strong. For deadlock, that's 17 here. 7 and 36.
Sorry, Javi. And still the outside shooting of Zamboanga. Hindi naman bad shot, hindi lang pumapasok.
They're really daring them to shoot. Itong Zamboanga, talking about Batangas.
Oh my, you live or die with the three-point shot.
Ablaza taking it hard to the rack and he will score.
Nakita mo naman ang abilidad ng Batangas, ipapasok talaga nila. Points in the paint will be higher for them because they're not allowing anybody to score itong Batangas sa loob.
They go to Egilos, down low. Being defended by Ablaza. 8 on the shot clock. Drop step. Nice defense by Ablaza. Jaime, top of the circle 3. It's way off. Something you don't see from Chito every time.
Oo, and this is what Batangas has been praying for.
Binan short on the finger roll. JC, this is a 3-on-2. Taking it nonetheless off to Comia. The hang. Couldn't finish. Gets his own miss. Japs for 3. Another missed attempt from downtown for Zamboanga.
Oo nga, at ramdam na ramdam mo mga fans na nag-aantay ng tres.
While on the other end, De La Virgen knocks it down from rainbow distance. 21-17 is the score here.
And here we see the versatility of this Batangas team.
Sorry, that was a 3-pointer. 22-17. JC now. Chito Jaime, the fake floater, short. Comia tracks the rebound. Oh, changing hands in midair. Another sorry miss para kay Comia.
Well, that ended up being a great defensive play by Cedric Ablasa, just keeping his hands up, forcing that shooter to change his shot.
Oh, barely getting across was MJ De La Virgen. Valoria, two-man game with Ablasa. Attempts from downtown, that's too strong. Marcelino, pass intercepted by Ablasa. Cedric, oh, last minute drop off. Apinan is swatted away. Jaime, oh, good defense right there, but at the very last moment, Valoria catching Chito Jaime on the arm.
So great timing on the jump for Jong Valoria. Ano? Talaga napilitan si Chito Jaime, ibahin ang tira niya.
That drop off to Jexter Apinan. That was blocked by Chaps Bautista. That's a foul against Jong Valoria. He was complaining for an offensive foul.
Oo nga, talagang na-extend ang arm ni Chito Jaime, but that was after the contact on the foul sa attempt ni Chito Jaime.
Chito Jaime will be our guest once again on the charity stripe. King Importante will check back in here para kay Cedric Ablasa. Levy Hernandez and Rudy Ligana, as well as John Amboluto inserted in para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva. Jaime swishes the first one.
Niloloko nga si Chito Jaime the other day. Sabi ko, basta may Jaime ang pangalan, maganda talaga ilalaro niyan.
And why do you say that? Di ba Jaime rin pangalan mo?
Jaime rin ang pangalan ko. I take chance to experience lang yun. Basta may Jaime.
Basta may Jaime shooter.
Shooter.
Tsaka magandang lalaki.
Magandang lalaki.
22-19 timeout called on the floor. We'll be back after these messages. Chito Jaime ready when needed, only averaging 5.3 points per game this season, 34.4% from the field, but game 3 against Bacolod, 11 points, 3 out of 11, 4 rebounds as well.
Oo nga, sabi nila matanda na, no way, this guy can contribute still, plays tough basketball, great basketball para sa kanyang team.
Chito Jaime is a veteran here in the Mpbl, also had PBA experience, kaya naman when he is needed the most, he always delivers.
Oo nga, yan ang kagandahan nga ng mga veteran players ng veteran big men players ng Zamboanga. When before the playoffs and even the first round of the playoffs, hindi masyado ang kanilang presence kasi nga yung backcourt tandem nila napakaganda. Ngayon pukpukan na, bakbakan na, makikita nyo ready ang mga big men nito. Chito Jaime, Grimaldo, Egilos, Adi Santos, everybody else who was brought in.
Linganay being pressured heavily in the backcourt by Palencia, but Rudy gets it across. Importante doesn't really have that shot, but he'll take it and he will make it.
And the rain keeps coming dito sa Batangas. 5 points for the King.
25-19. Look at that setup by Linganay. Slight hesitation to feed off the defense, and then Importante going up, rising, and hitting that shot. Top of the circle 3 para kay King Importante. 5 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the first half. Timeout ulit. Back here inside the Mayor Vitaliano Agan Coliseum in Zamboanga City. Batangas, the visiting squad, lamang ng sais dito laban sa Zamboanga. Valencia. Grimaldo cross court to Bautista. Passes up on the outside shot. Bumped by Ambuluto. That's going to be a foul against John.
Putting him on the line, best way to get his 2 points. Pahihirapan talaga.
Let's take this opportunity to greet our beloved founder, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Without him, wala ang Mpbl.
Wala talaga. Hindi lang liga para sa lahat. Pati si Boss Manny, puso niya para sa lahat. Good evening po sa inyo.
Thank you so much for your love, your passion, your generosity. Not just for the Mpbl, but para sa buong bansa natin. Chito Jaime scoring underneath. Finally getting 2 points right there para sa Zamboanga. 5 ang score na dito ni Chito Jaime.
Maganda, carving room for himself to make that under the basket stab.
Linganay, familiar play this time. Importante goes inside. Couldn't finish. Grimaldo gets the rebound.
I believe that's the first time I've seen Grimaldo bring that ball down.
Well, there was no defense in front of him, so he was free to bring the ball up court. Jaime still couldn't hit from the outside. Ambuluto taps it outside. Same possession, Zamboanga basketball.
You know the difference between Chito Jaime's shot and the times he would make it? He's actually moving towards the basket. This time he would take those shots and just fade away. And you can see his momentum taking himself back. Maybe a change should be made. Take a dribble towards the basket para forward motion ang kanyang katawan.
Oh, talking about change, papalitan muna siya ni Tosi Tagsinko. Stepping back in here para sa Zamboanga. Bautista attacking Hernandez. Tries to manufacture a shot. That's good defense by Batangas. Linganay looking forward. The bounce pass to Ochea. Ambuluto. Secondary break. Misses. Gets his own miss. Couple of fakes. Couldn't score. Valencia having trouble with the basketball. Gives it up. Bautista. Transition 3. Yes, sir! Napakatulis ng 3-pointer na yun.
Tulis na tulis, stepping into the shot. Japs Bautista, he needed that to build his confidence because he's been trying to score. Nabigyan siya ng pagkakataon and he makes it for his team.
Zamboanga now within a point. 25-24. 3 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's that pass by Palencia on over to the sniper, Japs Bautista.
Hindi nila nakita sa sobrang tulis, medyo umatras ang ring. Pagtama, boom!
Hernandez fakes out Mosqueda. Oh, tough shot right there over 2 defenders.
5 points for Levy Hernandez. Easily excited for Levy every time he makes those shots. Kita mo yung smile niya.
Levy Hernandez, formerly of the TNT Tropang Giga, as Japs Bautista is starting to wax hot here. Back-to-back 3-pointers.
Well, they're gonna continue with this zone defense itong Batangas, and Japs Bautista, pag uminit, talagang kakamada yan. Oh!
Importante, trying to put the move against Tansingo. Ambuluto. The King was waiting for it at that baseline. Tosi right now. That ball tapped from behind. Ochea. Oh, indecisive. Hernandez. The dipsy-do. Ochea with the putback.
Nobody wants to stop playing defense. Isip mo, okay ka na sa offense, biglang somebody from behind, aagawang ka. Blind spot, nabubuhay na naman dito sa ating basketball game.
Both teams refusing to give an inch here. There's another steal, this time by Batangas. Hernandez, back to Ochea. Oh! Missing badly on that open lay-in. Linganay will reset here.
Yun ang Totga ulit. The one that got away.
Let's see if abawi siya dito, and he will. Don Ochea getting the 2 points.
Don Ochea flexing after that tough move.
Gusto niya yata yung mas mahirap na tira eh. Kanina libreng-libre siya. Ito, over 2 defenders finishing on the other side of the basket. One fake in the reverse.
Wala
the
kasing
former Adamson Falcon.
Wala kasing bantay, Habi. Ikaw naman, no? Sayang lang.
Ikaw ba mas gusto mo may bantay?
Mas gusto ko walang bantay. Hindi ako kasing lakas niyan, eh. Yan, bato.
Time out once again on the floor. We'll be back. 27-31 is the count. Back here inside the Mayor Vitaliano Agad Coliseum. Please do follow us on our social media pages, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League on Facebook at official Mpbl. And if you want your social media comments to be featured, don't forget to use the hashtag Mpbl Playoffs 2022. You looked at Mayor John Talipe, ang ating butihig mayor dito, who has hosted us very gracefully here in Zamboanga City.
Tama ka doon. Salamat po sa inyong pagsuporta dito sa mga fans at dito sa MPBL staff. Everybody coming here and making it enjoyable to travel here to Zamboanga. But Ignacio coming in for Japs Bautista.
Well, trying to look some energy from off that bench. They're down by 4 here, 31-27. Batangas continues to stick with the zone. Ignacio, will he be the buster? Still no goal. A lot of struggles from downtown for Zamboanga in this second period. Importante pulls back.
Intimidating presence. Grimaldo just there waiting to block a shot.
Oh, great pass right there. Ablaza to Rudy Linganay. These two very familiar with each other.
Oo nga, at talaga yung target mo, Rudy Linganay, alam mo makaka-finish. Great move. Very tough move to make by Rudy Linganay. Reverse against a big defender.
And the timing was just very exquisite right there for the two gentlemen.
Oo nga, tamang-tama ang pasa.
Linganay looking ahead. Importante. And stopped in his tracks by JV. Ablaza. Stripped from behind, but that's going to be a foul against Choi Ignacio.
Really doesn't matter whether you score or not. It's just that getting an opportunity to get points from the line is equally effective sa ganitong klaseng paglalaro natin. Great pass. Great cut.
Started it with that crossover. Defense was fooled. Linganay timing that cut perfectly to get the 2 points.
At yung presence of mind niya na kumat, hindi lang aantay ng may titira and got himself in a position to receive a pass. Biglang heads up lane. Yan yung mga diskarte na hindi na pinag-uusapan.
That free throw by Cedric Ablaza is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Cedric Ablaza, one of the most efficient performers here this season and one of the front runners in our MVP race as well.
Alam mo, Javi, tama ka dun. Alam mo, Javi, sa situation ng championship, you have to set aside talaga things you want to do. Assist-wise, 11 na para sa Batangas, 10 naman para sa Zamboanga, you know, you have to set aside what you want to do for your team and instead focus on how to win the game. Totally different mindset because a lot of the players who come in want to be the hero of the game. It's just a matter of winning lang. Just be the winner of the game.
A lot of these players, you know, they take it for granted, especially in this day and age of social media where individual play is really very much highlighted, and they forget that there is no I in team, right? As Mosqueda gets the floater of that spin move.
At natutunan ko, 2 points para kay Mosqueda. Natutunan ko yung ganyang pag-iisip being a part of the very well-known team that I came from. Hindi naman ako yung superstar doon, member lang ako, pero yun, dahil sa aking pagtutulong sa aking mga teammates na superstar, naging parte rin ako sa abilidad na nagawa ng team na yun.
2.7 seconds left here in the first half. There's a foul given up by the Zamboanga City defense. That's gonna go against Ignacio. Pakalawa niya na yan.
I'll take this chance lang. Greetings lang sa Batangas City. Ma'am Faye Rabanal Medina of Lyceum Batangas cheering on. Pati mga coaches niya nanonood. Good evening po sa inyo. Dan Acero.
Happy viewing to everybody who is catching us live on 1PH on our Facebook and YouTube channels. May replay rin po tayo mamayang 9 o'clock PM in case di nyo matapos ang live coverage natin dito. Importante. Cannot go 2 for 2. Ablaza offensive rebound. He can beat the buzzer. And that extends the lead here to 8 points para sa Batangas City. Embassy Chill 37-29. Rousing performance to end the second quarter for the team of Coach Solo Villanueva.
Good strong move by Ablaza. Nabanggit mo nga mukhang pagod ang players ng Zamboanga. Tingnan mo dito, nagawa, nakatulong. Solo Villanueva, Coach Vic, everybody giving instructions, hoping their players can just respond properly and pull off a win against each other.
And the chess match will continue on to this third and fourth quarters after the first 20 minutes of action. It was neck and neck in the first. In the second, medyo lumayo dito ang Batangas and they carry on that lead into halftime. Interesting piece of action that we will be seeing sa ating third and fourth quarters. Halftime analysis when we get back.
South Division Finals ng ating Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League at kasama po natin ngayon ang Mayor ng Zamboanga City na si Mayor John Delipe. Mayor, thank you very much for your time and allowing us to interview you. Matanong lang po namin kayo, ano bang klaseng suporta at preparasyon ang ginawa ng LGU to support and also host this South Division Finals?
Yes po, all-out support po ang City Government of Zamboanga sa ating Mpbl. And ang preparation po natin starting dito sa venue, dito sa Mayor Agan Coliseum and sa mga transportation ng ating mga players and staff ng Mpbl.
Maraming salamat at for sure alagang-alaga magmula ang ating mga fans and players. And of course, you like the rest of us are basketball fans. What makes the matchups dito sa Mpbl exciting to watch?
Yes, very exciting ang Mpbl kasi may mga home grown talents tayo and may home court advantage ang each lugar po.
Thank you very much, Mayor John Delipe, for your time. Thank you. And now, pupunta naman tayo at babasahin natin ang mga shoutouts ng ating mga fans through the hashtag MPBL Playoffs 2022 na makikita din po natin sa ating mga screens dito sa ating venue. Ayan, makikita po natin ang isang mensahe ng isang hardcore Batangas fan. Huwag pong kalilimutan gamitin ang hashtag MPBL Playoffs 2022 habang nanonood po kayo online or on TV sa signal ng ating South Division Finals pati ang ating North Division Finals dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. And there you go, more fans sharing their support to their favorite players. Okay, and there you have it. Yan po ang ating shout out through hashtag MPBL Playoffs 2022. At ngayon, sa mga may fans, sa mga Marcelino Twins, we have something for you. Let's watch this.
Sobrang hirap ng buhay. Yung mama ko sa abroad, nagkakargador kami ng painante sa truck yun, tapos nagtitinda.
And everybody else coming off the bench. Ayan, quick hands. Here come the Twins. JV Marcelino on the rail.
Bata pa lang kami, nagulat ako sa pag-basketball kasi side ng mama ko, pati papa ko, parehas may aging. Nagbabasketball papa ko, nakilala din dito kahit pa paano sa mundo ko. Tapos si tito ko rin, kapatid ng mama ko. Simula maliit pa lang kami, talaga nagulat na kami sa pagbabasketball. Saka yung tapat ng bahay namin, talagang court agad eh. Kaya no choice, doon na kami maglalaro eh. Kaya na-inspire kami na maglaro din ng basketball.
Here's JC, 12 on the shot clock. 1 second differential. Oh, JC hanging in the air, basket and one.
Bata-bata pa kami eh. Nagkabawagod kami sa palengke. Nagkakarigador kami ng painante sa truck yun. Tapos nagtitinda. Kailangan nga naman na maghanap buhay ng time na yun. Kasi sobrang hirap yung buhay. Yung mama ko sa abroad. Kaso hindi kasi yung pinikita para sa pamilya namin.
Halos hindi ko na nga maano yung mga anak ko yung maalagaan ng gusto dahil nga iniisip ko na yun nga may mapabili sila ng gatas yung paano ko sila pupuhayin.
Doon na nag-umpisa lahat nung simula nung nag-prayer kami ng college. Doon nag-umpisa yung journey namin talaga sa LG.
JC on the left. JC up and in. Again, the Marcelino Twins connecting on another highlight fast break. JV.
Bago kami
JC.
pumunta dyan sa Mpbl, nawalan ng trabaho ng 2 taon eh. Kaya pinursigihan namin ngayon para magkaroon kami ng permanenteng trabaho. Mabawi. Yun, hanggang ngayon, mabawi kami. Patuloy kami mabawi para ayun nga, sabi na lang, mabigay yung mga gusto ng pamilya.
Ako si JB Marcelino at ako si JC Marcelino at ito ang aming MPBL journey.
The 2022 Mpbl All-Star MVP, JC Marcelino!
There you have it, ang mga batang gapo, the Marcelino twins. If you wanna catch the full story, panoorin po yan sa ating Facebook page and YouTube channel ng MPBL. Huwag po kayong aalis, magbabalik ang second half ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Halftime here at the Mayor Vitaliano Agad Coliseum in the heart of Zamboanga City. This is game 1 of the South Division Finals of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. The number 2 seed, Batangas City Embassy Chill, is up by 8, 37-29 against the number 1 squad, the home team, the Zamboanga Families, Brands, Sardines. A lot of people coming here in anticipation, in support for the green shirts. Ang una ni Coach Vic Icasiano, the first quarter started neck and neck and it finished with a 17-16 score. Batangas only up by 1 point, but Zamboanga wasn't the usual team that we saw out of the gates, very aggressive like we saw against Bacolod.
Well, totally different team itong hinaharap nila. Equally impressive sa depensa ang Batangas, and at the same time, they've adjusted and decided to play zone defense. It was actually Jamo Egilos who was effective inside, but kailangan din siyang palitan, and Jax Bautista sniping from the outside. But aside from that, it actually stopped. Ito, mabanggit ko lang sa second quarter, they had 17 possessions itong Zamboanga. 6 lang sa 17 possessions na yon ang na-convert nila. very tough basketball for them if they're gonna continue missing. So they have to really find a way. Sa labas ng ating the sad part about it, sa labas ng ating venue, ang lakas talaga nung alan. Kaya yung mga fans nila, hindi dumagsa because nga hirap na hirap makadating dito.
Well, actually, despite the rains, medyo puno pa rin naman ang ating venue
Yes.
dito. Zamboanga was limited to only 13 points after scoring 16 in the first quarter, while Batangas had 20. These are the numbers at the half.
Ito, field goal percentages, 43% Batangas. Great scoring for them, 15 of 35. 3-point field goals, 5 of 11 compared to 4 of 17. Daming attempt. Ang Zamboanga turnovers, 7 turnovers compared to 12 sa Zamboanga. At points of turnovers, 13 points from Batangas capitalizing on those turnovers. Steals, 9 ang naagaw na ng Batangas. Medyo ito sa Zamboanga 2. Ang nakakatuwa dito, basketball lang talaga pinupuri ang magnanakaw. In this case, yan, nakakatulong sa team ng Batangas.
Batangas, their 2-3 zone has really dared Zamboanga to shoot 17 attempts from the outside. Leading scorers here at the half, Ablaza with 7, Importante and Valoria with 6 apiece. Hernandez has 5. Sa kabilang panig naman, Egilos and Bautista with 6. Chito Jaime with 5, JC Marcelino with 4. Medyo mababa pa ang scoring natin dito, Coach. For both squads, who does this favor?
For me, right now, it favors Batangas because they're only allowing Zamboanga to take those outside 3-point shots. And if they're not gonna make it, itong Zamboanga players, it's gonna be a long night for them. Habang ang Batangas naman, kaya nilang pumuntos in and out. Very flexible ang offense nila. And they just continue to move the ball around. Itong Batangas more effective than the Zamboanga players.
Well, nakita naman natin sa ating team matchup kanina, Batangas is only averaging 76.7 points per game, while Zamboanga is more high octane in terms of offensive firepower, 82.8 points per game for number 3 in the Mpbl. So this is definitely a trend that is favoring Batangas, like you mentioned.
Oo nga, talaga naman. At ang maganda dyan, kaya nila steady-eddy ang kanilang depensa. Kasi nga, ang dami nilang players na magagamit who are equally aggressive to each other and they complement each other, helping each other out on defense atong Batangas.
Batangas has already utilized 10 players from their roster, while Zamboanga has already used 14 players. Japs Bautista hitting 2 3-pointers in that first half. Let's see if he can duplicate that kind of effort and even increase his production here in the second half. The 3-point shooting, not so good para sa Zamboanga as we saw in our numbers earlier.
Not so good, but of course, yan din, turbo guys natin. The Marcelino brothers, magandang tribute pinakita sa kanila. Ang ganda ng kanilang video. A very humbling story. And setting that aside, they must be more than hungry, more aggressive, and more firepower para sa kanilang team para makahabol at lumamang against this Batangas squad.
Oh, these two players are very relatable to our Filipino basketball fans kasi hindi naman sila katangkaran, but they are playing very well, and it just goes to show that hard work always beats talent.
Hard work talaga, and plus the heart that they both have, helping each other out, practicing together, and motivating each other, make them better.
Zamboanga opens up the second half with a stop. JV, drive to the middle, kick out Bautista. The fake, the floater, too strong. Villanueva gets the rebound. He starts the second half along with Rudy Lingana and Dexter Apinan. Levy Hernandez and King Importante. Meanwhile, Zamboanga has Adi Santos, Chris Dumapig, JB and JC Marcelino, as well as Japs Bautista.
You know, I noticed sa opensa ng Zamboanga, they're rushing to shoot once again. They should not rush to shoot. They need to rush to score. What does that mean? Move that ball around and rush to look for the high percentage player to score for them. Hindi yung unang pasa tira agad. Doesn't mean because you're free, it's a good shot, because right now it ain't falling for you. Look for somebody, bring it closer, build the confidence from inside the paint.
Hernandez, 9 on the 24. 3-pointer from way out. That's going to be a miss. There's going to be a foul against Batangas City.
Back tap there called on Villanueva, pushing on a Marcelino brother.
You were mentioning that Zamboanga was rushing to shoot. What is Batangas doing on defense to make them do that?
Well, because aggressive ang depensa nila, naiisip ngayon ng players ng Zamboanga, anytime na malibre sila, titira sila agad because hinaharas talaga sila. No easy shot para dito sa Zamboanga. There you see, everything is challenged. So, collapsing defense ang ginagawa pag pumasok sa paint and extended hands pag nasa labas ang ball carrier ng Zamboanga. Very tough defense to do, to beat. And ball passing needs to actually move. Usually, one pass, one shot lang sila eh.
There you see the replay on that sequence. Dumapig, kinumpul ng tatlong Batangas City defenders. It was a block, but there was a foul called on the defense of Batangas City.
I like what Batangas is doing. You know, their defense, something admirable talaga. Everybody helping each other. Doon mo makita solid defense can create havoc talaga on a team's offense. They're dictating right now the offense of Zamboanga.
Dumapig here for 2 free throws. Scoreless in the first half. That's his first point of the game, but he does have 5 rebounds, 2 of them on the offensive glass.
Speaking of offensive glass, alam mo Batangas is actually preventing the fast break run of Zamboanga because they constantly attack the boards trying to get those offensive rebounds.
Lane violation called here against the white shirts. So the Mapig will have 1 more free throw here. He missed the second. 37-30 is the score. Batangas still up by 7 points. The Mapig gets the 3rd attempt from the line on that trip. The crowd here chanting defense. They need stops. Talking about Zamboanga. And instead of a stop, they give up the foul early in the possession of Batangas.
My man Dumapig, clothesline. Simpleng ano lang, isang braso lang. Extra pinan, tangay talaga siya.
He had the unenviable task of guarding the living legend of the Mpbl in Mark E. And that is never an easy task to do. Zamboanga forces the miss. Oh, there's a foul away from the basketball. And the crowd obviously does not agree.
Well, of course naman, they really, you know, what I like about this call is that the referees did the right thing and won't let that thing go.
See here on the right side of your screens, there was an extension of the arm by John Ray Villanueva. Would that merit an unsportsmanlike foul?
Well, for me, I'll rephrase it na lang. For me kasi it wasn't a basketball move. Plus, Villanueva doesn't need to do that because he has that shooter's ability to really, you know, give problems sa depensa ng Zamboanga. So, if he is gonna get into foul trouble because of that, mapipilitan siyang paupuin at hindi magagamit yung kanyang shooting ability.
At ito na nga yung sinasabi natin. Unsportsmanlike foul nga ang tinawag dito kay John Ray Villanueva.
Yes, and hindi niya kailangan yun because he's such a gifted shooter.
And wala na yung bullet sa play.
Wala na nga rin. Precisely. And that's why pabayaan mo na.
They are now giving the chance for Zamboanga to put points on the board with the clock stop. These are 2 free throws para kay JV Marcelino plus ball possession para sa kupunan ni Coach Vicky Casiano. 2 for 2 for JV Marcelino.
Well, this is championship basketball. Kahit unnecessary physical play, kung kaya gawin at hindi matawagan, why not?
Our referee still talking to John Ray Villanueva para malinawan si John Ray Villanueva kung ano yung ginawa niya. It's important that the referees explain these calls to the players kasi minsan di nila alam eh.
Tama. At ang kagandaan nito, talaga ini-establish nila ang kanilang presence, ang referees ha. Pinapakita nila, they have authority And they're not gonna allow physical play to take control of this game.
There's another foul called on the floor. That's going to go against Jexter Apinan. That's already the 4th team foul para sa Batangas City. We're barely 2 minutes into the third quarter. Dumapic trying to get position inside against the lefty forward. Bautista way off on that three-pointer. Patay ang butiki. JB from the perimeter. Linganay secures possession here for Batangas.
Well, even the short stabs ng Marcelino brothers are not connecting.
Importante back out to Rudy. Has a speed advantage against Dumapic. Doesn't use it. Villanueva tracks his own miss. He will attempt again. This time kissing it off the glass. The back is open for John Villanueva. 7 o'clock on a Saturday.
Oo nga, bukas pa bangko. Pero yun nga sinasabi ko, kakamada talaga ito si Villanueva at yun doon na lang siya bumawi.
Marcelino, the rare moment that he gets to break away from the defense, getting the step and finishing on the baseline.
6 points para sa kanya.
At 21 in Game 3 against Bacolod. Apinan attacks Villanueva from the right corner. Jexter with the offensive rebound. That's going to be a foul against JC Marcelino, and he readily acknowledges it.
Shout out talaga, Jexter Apinan. What an effort on the offensive boards.
Talking about effort, let's take a look at this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win, finishing with his strong hand right there. All-Star Game MVP, JC Marcelino.
And he should do that all night. Everybody should just attack the paint kasi binibigay ngayong outside shooting. Move without the ball, get yourself closer para sa Zamboanga.
Zamboanga only had 8 points inside the paint in that first half as Linganay gets 2 of his own on their side of the floor.
Rudy Linganay, napakadaling basketball sa kanya. Anong championship? It's just another step, walk in the park para sa kanya.
Marcelino continues his quest for attacking the cup as he goes for his 8th point of the game, 41-37.
Nawala kasi ang zone defense ngayon ng Batangas. They decided to go man-to-man. This time, the Marcelino brothers noticing that, umaatake na sila.
Santos gets tripped on the closeout. Importante though, short on the layup. Villanueva to the flashing Hernandez. Turnaround. That's a miss. Dumapic ends up with the rebound.
And notice the movements of the Batangas players. A lot of them gets a chance to shoot because they're moving without the ball.
Bautista dribbles it off his foot. 11 on the 24. JB for 3. Too strong. Importante pushing the pace. Bumps the defense. Ends up with Linganay, and Rudy is pumped up.
Very pumped. Yun na nga. 8 points para sa kanya.
The drop-off here by Importante, getting the contact from JC Marcelino, while Rudy does the same thing up in the air, finishing the 2 points and 1 opportunity for the hometown hero, Rudy Linganay.
Frustration foul na ang naibigay doon because nga sa opensa nila, hirap na hirap makascore itong Zamboanga. But Coach Vic Icasiano really needs to rotate his players to find that good combination and somebody who's clicking. He has no choice but to, take people in and out.
Completes the N1 play. 9 points now para kay Rudy Linganay. De La Virgen will give him a spell on the bench. Quality minutes to start the second half para kay Rudy.
Rudy Linganay, sunod-sunod ang baskets niya. And then, ito pa si De La Virgen, another deadly scorer and tough defender.
That seems to be the DNA that Coach Cholo Villanueva wants from his players. JC, crossover. That's a steal. Levy, one man to beat. Valoria is trailing. Levy gets the rebound. That's a block from behind by Marcelino. JB the pass. That's a near steal by Cruz. Action starting to pick up here in the third.
And see the difference. Ang Zamboanga, they're moving the ball to a stationary player. Ang Batangas, they're moving the ball to a moving player. Kaya ang hirap agawan dito, natatakpan ng Batangas ang mga pasa ng Zamboanga.
Dynamic versus a stagnating offense. Egilos receives the lob. Jaime for 3. Couldn't get it to drop. Cruz gets another rebound here.
Chito Jaime, frustration written all over his face. He needs that basket for himself and for his team, but more for himself, just to build the confidence.
Ablaza will not settle, and he will get 2 points on the lefty lay-in.
Getting the defender committed, 9 points for Cedric Ablaza.
46-37. This is a 9-point advantage for Batangas City. White shirts move back to a zone. That's a travel by JC Marcelino. And you see the facial expressions and the body language of the Zamboanga squad. They look lost in trying to go up against the defense of Batangas City.
Oo nga, it looks easy to penetrate because they're spread out, but once you enter that painted area, the Batangas players just collapse on you.
And there you go, MJ Del Virgen adding to their points off turnovers total. Here talking about the squad of Coach Cholo Villanueva, something that they love to do.
Yung nga nakakatakot kanina, Rudy Linganay, pinalitan after scoring several baskets. De La Virgen, ako naman.
Many people forget MJ De La Virgen is such a deadly scorer all the way back to his days with Jose Rizal University. But Coach Cholo Villanueva has evolved him into a complete player here for Batangas City. 49-37, Bakers doesn't lead for the White Shirts. Playing quality minutes itong si MJ De La Virgen, only averaging close to 5 points per game this season, 35% from the field, had 10 points against Rizal. He has 6 tonight on 2 3-pointers itong si MJ.
Oo nga, at nakikita nyo kahit dito sa kanyang larawan, ayaw pang umiti yan kahit na very successful ang kanyang performance. Napakaganda, great contributor sa kanyang team. At hindi natin nakikita dyan yung talagang yung choking defense niya sa kanyang mga kasing bilis na player na kalaban.
And on first glance, titinang mo ito si MJ. It's like somebody that you can just push around, but he really has a strong body as Batangas gets another steal. Ablaza goes up strong, but that is foiled by the defense. Offensive rebound, though, ends up with him, and he gets another 2 points. He is now in double figures with 11.
And that steal was started off by De La Virgen's active hand, stopping that ball. Bigla nilang nakuha na lang ang bola.
JV finds a seam in the defense, and he gets 2 points back, 51-39. 4 puntos para kay JV.
Ito, pwede nilang tapusin with the last 4 minutes. Wow, great alley-oop.
Eye in the sky play right there. John Valoria putting out the goggles right there, connecting with Mark Cruz.
Oo, heads up play talaga. Both men, 2-man game there. Just unselfish basketball, complementing the cutter.
And we continue to see that dynamic offense of Batangas that we have pointed out time and time again in this game. Even in transition, gumagalaw sila.
Yung talaga naman perpetual motion. Very tough to defend. Ayan, no, makikita natin great pass to a great leaping finisher in Cruz.
Let's turn you over to Sel Guevara.
Happy JV, you guys were talking about the stagnating offense of Zamboanga and also the dynamic offense of Batangas. At yan din ang pinag-uusapan sa huddle ng Zamboanga. Kanina, Coach Vic was telling the guys of better communication in the court para mas maganda ang daloy at pasan ng bola in this second half. Back to you.
Thank you for that report, Sel. And there
Thank
you go.
you, Sel.
Coach Vicky Casiano telling those instructions to his players, but then again, it's a different thing executing it on the floor.
Very difficult talaga right now. What they need to release from their heads is the frustration. This was about to happen. They should have expected this from this Batangas team. Dapat alam nila, composure lamang at moving without the ball and passing that ball will help them beat itong Batangas defense.
Coach, being a champion PBA player back in the day, talk about that struggle of having to translate the instructions of your coach into execution on the floor.
Well, listening and communicating on the floor is the most effective thing.
That free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And what we were very successful at was yelling at each other. At pag naririnig ng kalaban, ang pagsisigaw namin sa isa't isa to help each other out, nakaka-intimidate yun. That's what Zamboanga needs to do. Be more vocal, sumigaw, and give each other instructions.
So they are playing on their home court. Bahari, drive inside. That's good defense by Cruz. Egilos wanted away by Ablaza.
What a block by Cedric Ablaza.
De La Virgen accelerating. Emergency pass. Ends up with Cedric. Cruz. Oh! Got a little bit too excited right there. Nakita niya bigla na libre si De La Virgen eh.
Oo nga, biglang sumipot din si J.Mo Egilos doon.
55-39, 16-point advantage for Batangas City. It has all been Batangas in this third quarter.
Now we've got the Batangas team extending their zone all the way to the half court.
There, Palencia able to get the score para sa Zamboanga. Much needed basket para sa kanila. Irvin Palencia was very instrumental in a lot of their baskets to begin that game 3 against Bacolod. And he wants to do the same here with his team down by double digits.
Oh, great transition there. Great play happening on both ends. Now, Zamboanga, this unit is just harassing.
There's that floater by Palencia against the outstretched arms of Mark Cruz. This unit, alam mo, pwede mong bansagan dito sa unit na to, Coach.
Wow, I'll need some time.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Huh?
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, you know, that would be a great, that's actually a great thing that you point out. We have to actually name this group something.
Yeah, because you know, if the San Miguel Beermen has their Def 5, this unit for Coach Vicky Casiano has been very iconic the past couple of games.
Oo nga. Mukhang hindi na sila magiging sardinas. Pating na ata ang dating nitong unit na ito because kamada lang, kain lang ng lamang ng kalaban.
Oh, beautiful movement of that basketball and ending up with a 4-point play opportunity for Jong Baloria, who gets his total up to 9 points.
Something I want to point out, Javi, Jong Baloria, because of his experience at alam naman natin kayang tumira ng tres, at bago ko ituloy, ito ang kanyang ginawa.
That 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, a one-stop shop.
Ang kaibahan ng pagiging experienced player, hindi mo na nakikitang depensang dumadating sa iyo, hindi mo na naririnig ang tao, alam mo yung pwesto mo na ititira mo yung bola, alam mo na yung finish, everything is just in sync. Multiple times, it's a habit forming. Jong Baloria finishes without even thinking about it.
That's muscle memory for you. There's a foul away from play here. That's going to go against Cruz. Batangas already over the limit here. So free throws coming up para kay J.Mo Egilos, formerly of this Batangas squad where he won that 2018 championship in our inaugural Mpbl season, along with Abby Santos and Jason Grimaldo.
Alam mo, talking to several friends natin dito sa Zamboanga, a lot of them were mentioning talagang kinatatakutan nila itong Batangas team because they know that they're a formidable team both on offense and defense. Very intimidating itong Batangas. Aware talaga mga tao dito sa Zamboanga of the capabilities of this team.
Kaya lang, Coach, interesting lang dito, Zamboanga, they have players with championship experience, while Batangas wala pa sa kanilang nakakapanalo ng championship dito.
Wala pa. Kaya nga, ayun, Cedric Adlasa. And I believe, Mahari.
Zamboanga already in the penalty as well. So 2 shots coming up para dito kay Cedric Ablaza.
Oh, Mahari was called for a foul.
That's right.
Ang mukhang siya ang nakakapit kay Cedric Ablaza. Kaya nung inangat ni Cedric Ablaza ang kamay, si Mahari ang natamaan sa noo.
Ablaza, the true epitome of steady para dito sa Batangas City.
Yep, hardworking leader.
He never seems to get rattled.
No, I don't recall nga seeing him rattled. Kasi nga yung experience niya, yung leadership presence, earlier yun, kinakausap nga niya team niya.
He continues to age like fine wine. He gets better and better as he gets older here in his
Tama.
career.
Great thing to point out. Nice one there, Han.
Under a minute remaining here in third quarter. Tancinco tries luck from downtown. Couldn't get it to fall. Egilos trying to manufacture a basket against the trees of Batangas City.
He gets a foul, puts himself on the line. Much needed 2 points for his team. Let's see how focused he can be to finish off these 2 shots.
Egilos 6 points, 4 rebounds, perfect from the line in this game. Remains that way. One more coming up para kay J-Mo Egilos. He seems to have recovered his athletic ability in this postseason.
Mukhang nabuhay nga siya eh. But I don't want to be unfair naman because maybe now that he's being given more quality time and maybe he wasn't used much before, is to prepare talaga for these final couple of games.
Those are really the nuances that you have to consider in a long season like this as Valoria hits another 3-pointer.
And as you can see, once he catches that ball, nakakasa na ang kanyang tira. Very tough to stop an experienced player, and you know he's gonna release that shot. And here, I'm sorry, Javi.
Pass. Yeah, go ahead,
You
coach.
can't really defend much because he can penetrate as well if you challenge that shot.
That's just how big a threat Jong Valoria is scoring-wise. Can hit it from downtown, put the ball on the floor, finish hard going to the cup. Irvin Valencia making his first free throw here. Still a sizable advantage para sa Batangas City, 64-46. That's split at the line for Valencia, but he taps the rebound to Tancinco.
And you see that bit of action nakuha ni Mosqueda, but very hesitant to take the 3. With a few seconds remaining, why not take the 3? Because you badly need it. Malay mo, pumasok. You'll never know kung papasok unless you throw that ball up.
Valoria, Ablaza is unscathed at the rim. 2 seconds remaining. Mosqueda could not break away from MJ De La Virgen, and that marks the end of quarter number 3 here in Game 1 of your South Division Finals.
And Jong Valoria sniping outside opened that path for Cedric Adlasa to make that layup.
Some highlights from quarter number 3. Rudy Linganay went off to a hot start to begin the second half. And then MJ De La Virgen took over that point guard spot, and still the same quality of play.
What a great game by Batangas dito sa ating home ng Zamboanga. Jong Valoria just all net.
He really does have that knack of scoring this late in the game to give that lead to Batangas City. 20-point advantage, 66-46, fourth quarter when we return. back here inside the Mayor Vitaliano Agan Coliseum in Zamboanga City, the Spanish capital of the Philippines, and the Sardines capital of the Philippines as well. But their home squad, the family's brand Sardines, down big time here against Batangas City Embassy Chill, 66 to 46. Fourth quarter now underway. Javi Malanya joined by Coach JB Gayoso. Sel Guevara is at courtside. And Batangas opens up the final period with a stop.
Well, here we see quarter scoring natin 17-16 favoring Batangas in the second, 2013, 29-17 sa third. Pero ang nakakatakot isipin, Javi, wow, Ochea with a strong move. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right, that was
Ambuluto,
Ochea.
yes, for the strong move. 12 possessions, ito sa third quarter, ito ang Batangas, and 12 out of 12 sila, they score on 12 possessions.
That's a crazy stat.
Yes.
22 points now is the lead. This is the biggest of the game para sa Batangas.
And this lead actually just builds the confidence of Batangas. They wouldn't mind missing shots. And that's why no pressure sila pag tumitira.
Pero naputukan ng 24-second violation ang Batangas on that play. Zamboanga getting a stop right there. Much needed one for them, but they have to string together a number of those, especially early here in the final period.
Oo, tama doon. And more than that, capitalize on the situation. You're down by this much. Respond properly. Set aside na. Wala na. Nothing to lose. You've got everything to gain for you. Just play good basketball and make those shots. Erase na sa utak mo yung frustration na nandito kayo sa home court and you're not scoring.
Oh, Marcelino rising high once again and baiting the Batangas City defense into committing a foul. Batangas went back to a zone, but I believe it was a 1-3-1.
Parang 1-3-1, iba na nga. Alam mo mga fans natin dito, nafa-frustrate. Para sa kanila, itong pagsuscore na piso-pisong score ng Zamboanga is not effective. But this is actually will be helpful sa coming games nila because they have to find a way to penetrate that defense. This is the start, using this fourth quarter to penetrate that defense so that once they get to the second game, they already know what to do and how to react.
JC splits his free throw, but Zamboanga gets the offensive rebound. 8 on the shot clock. JC forced to pick up his dribble, ends up with JB. Turbo twin connection. Ends up with another foul against Batangas City.
Never-ending defense. Player Cedric Abraza called for a foul, but you see they're still challenging despite this lead. Again, hats off to Zamboanga, just bringing it closer. Doesn't have to score on the initial attempt as long as you get your points on the line and putting guys in foul trouble sa Batangas.
JC now up to 10 points in this game. 4 out of 5 from the line. Another miss. That's another split at the charity stripe para kay JC Marcelino. And one thing, Coach, I also wanted to point out is, although JC is now in double digits with 10 points, their connection, JB and JC, which really was highlighted against Bacolod in Game 3, hindi natin masyado nakikita ngayon. Hindi sila nagkakaroon ng impact sa game.
Hindi talaga at hindi pinapayagan ng Batangas. This is great defense at its finest na nakikita natin when the defense controls the offense of the opponents. That is good defense. Watch the spacing of the white jerseys.
But fourth quarter has proven to be the domain of JC Marcelino. Take overtime na ba ang nakikita natin dito para sa Zamboanga? They get the steal. JC, the reverse, the finish, and the foul.
Well, you mentioned it. They need to take over and they'll get it any way they can.
Every time Zamboanga needs a basket, they go to none other than one of the leading MVP candidates, former Lyceum Pirate, JC Marcelino. 5 straight points, could be 6 here on this 2+1 special. He gets the steal, 3 on 2, takes it all the way, getting the basket and the foul. completes the three-point play. Personal 6-0 blast para kay JC Marcelino to bring them within 70-54. Timeout here para sa Batangas City. We'll be back after these messages. JC Marcelino, 6-0 run before this time out, trying to get his team back into contention for a victory here in Game 1 of the South Division Finals between the Zamboanga families, Red Sardines, and the Batangas City Embassy Chill. Coach JB, do you think Zamboanga has enough time here?
I don't think so, especially with the way Coach Cholo reacts. 6 points from JC Marcelino, he calls a timeout immediately. And that's smart basketball, kills the momentum and regroups his team. And this is tough because once they regroup, everybody is aware of what they need to do.
The lead was as high as 22 points to begin this fourth period, but JC Marcelino personally erasing that and trimming it down to 16.
And but on the other side naman of the coin, ito naman Zamboanga full of heart, spearheaded by the Marcelino brothers. And you know that they are very capable of coming back into this ball game.
Will it be heart or will it be composure here? Batangas versus Zamboanga. Ochea, kick out, Rudy, all the time in the world. Valoria cracks it down. Near steal by JC. Ablaza. It's going to be a foul against Zamboanga.
JC on the chase down, di lang nakuha. King importante, just being there, grabbing that ball.
That's foul number 3 against JC. First team foul against the green shirts. Take this opportunity to greet the Tampos family here in Barangay Santa Maria. Bongski, Juelin, Pete, Gian, Pencloy, Katang, Camille, also to Kel Eddie and Kel Bing Bong. Happy viewing to you all. That's from our partner na si Richard Tampos.
And just right there, Jong Valoria hit another 3 for Batangas.
Oh, dangerous lob going there to JC Marcelino. Buti lang he was able to break his fall, and Adi Santos gets 2 points underneath.
But check out right now the defense of Zamboanga. They're actually guarding spaces. They're not making the person with the ball turn their backs to the basket.
Oh, Valoria attacking the closeout. Trying to kiss it off the glass. Ablaza couldn't convert on the putback. Another offensive rebound. Recycle here para sa Batangas. Dinganay out to Ablaza all day. Too strong. Couple of bounces. Ends up with JC. They push the pace. The JV trying to finish. Gets the roll.
Smart thing to do. 6 points for JV Marcelino. Not allowing Batangas to set their defense up.
73 to 58, 15-point advantage para sa Batangas City. Also like to greet a very happy birthday to our executive officer na si Sir Joe Ramos. Happy birthday to you, sir. Zamboanga can get another steal. JC, one man to beat. Oh, the challenge by Ablaza, but a foul by Cedric, and JC getting another bucket.
Well, smart move by JC, knowing that Cedric Ablaza was there, kept the ball, using his body, protecting it, and getting that contact. Dito makikita natin nakatago ang bola gamit ang katawan.
That's IQ and experience right there for the former Alaska ace in the PBA. And this was the finish by his twin brother, JV Marcelino. That was already the 5th personal against Cedric Ablaza. Big development right here para sa Batangas City at this juncture of the ball game. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Down by 13. Itong Zamboanga, and momentum is clearly on their side right now.
Oo nga, makikita natin. But of course, alam naman natin si Coach Solo will put in another very experienced, very rugged and tough player in Jex Rapinan and Levy Hernandez. Well covered talaga all angles para kay Coach Cholo.
Hernandez will come in to replace itong si Cedric Ablaza. Bautista at the line. Missing on that first shot. That's a technical, I believe. At ito na yung bonus free throw para kay JC Marcelino.
And that will hurt. At the end of the day, misses like that, a gimme, yung mga gimme baskets, that will hurt.
This free throw by JC is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at tukletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. He finishes the three-point play. 19 points in the game for the All-Star Game MVP. Importante, trying to split the defense. That's another steal for Zamboanga. Bautista goes up and he will finish. Don't look down, ladies and gentlemen. This is just a 10-point lead from as high as 22 points, 73 to 63. Almost midway here to our final period.
Runs, steals. And here we see again Zamboanga just following where the path of the ball goes. Defending space.
Rudy forced it to a rushed one. But Apinan garners another offensive rebound. Hernandez will not be shy. Could not get a basket. Itong Batangas City, the crowd is back into this.
Talagang naging parte na ng ating laro. Yan ang nagbibigay ng lakas at dugo na nagpapatakbo sa puso ng mga players ng Zamboanga.
There you see that turnover by King Importante. Japs Bautista challenging the defense of Don Ochea and kissing it off the glass for 2 points.
Great shot there.
Let's turn you over to Sel Guevara. Go ahead, Sel.
Exhaustion from no rest, other activities off the court, and miscommunication is what factored in sa first 3 quarters na matumal para sa Zamboanga. That's why they're already visualizing in the huddles what to do in the final minutes and even to gain truth back here.
Thank you so much, Sel. I can barely hear you.
I lost her! Nawala si Sel!
Japs Bautista getting another basket, back-to-back 2-pointers inside para kay Japs Bautista, cutting this to a single-digit ball game. There you see the tap ends up with a former STI player and getting the sidestep to go, cutting this to 8 points. And they get possession right here, Coach.
Yes. A conversion now.
Another strong drive to the cup. JC Marcelino rising high once again, invading the defense to another foul.
King Importante informing the refs that he got all ball. And because he was showing that, there you see, because he was reacting to the referees, he was teed up. Yeah, makikita natin all ball. There we see he's teed up for educating our referees.
Our referees are taking none of those nonsense right here and showing it right there, calling that technical against King Importante.
I wouldn't mind seeing that bit of action again because pagdating sa kamay, all ball, I want to know if I didn't see kung sa katawan may contact.
Well, dahil dyan, there's going to be 3 free throws for JC Marcelino. He sinks the technical. 73 to 66 and 20 puntos na po dito si JC Marcelino.
And you can tell the Embassy chill players are still chilling out. they're not really pressured. They still have a lead. The guys on the court, nakikita mo, nag-uusap lang sila. And they expected this from Zamboanga, lalo na dito sa latter part ng fourth quarter.
There you go. JC tying his game 3 total of 21 points. He had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals as well against Bacolod. Perfect at the line. 73-68. Pulsating moments here for Batangas in Zamboanga. It is a roaring crowd here at the Vitaliano Agan Coliseum. Zamboanga in a 2-3 zone. Apinan attacks inside and gets the roll to go.
And that's where you see the steady, experienced player in Jexter Apinan. Saw himself get a chance to take off for a shot, and he takes it.
Oh, the mapping, power dribble, loses it. Importante dives for it. 3 players now on the floor. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession points to the side of Batangas City.
Pinakamahal na bola sa buong mundo yung nakita nating pinag-aagawan nila.
Here's the setup here for Jexter Apinan. The mapping daring him to drive, and Jexter did just that, getting only his second bucket of the game.
That's because he had space to take off for the shot.
Here's what happened here on the previous sequence. 3 players on the floor. Hernandez, the mapping, and itong si Valoria. Sorry, that was importante. 75-68. 7-point lead para sa Batangas City. Bounce pass to Hernandez. Levy for 3. That's way off. Oh, another offensive rebound here. Valoria sets, fires, splash! But a shot clock violation was called, and that 3-point shot will not count. Coach Cholo Villanueva cannot believe it, and he is fuming right now. I want to check the replay. Let's see if our referees will decide to consult. Kasi tinaas na yung paddle ng 24 seconds eh.
I actually want to see that again, and they deserve to see that replay if the call was...
Well, it is a very crucial call kung matutuloy siya.
But you see Jong Valoria still at it. Catch and shoot. Immediate catch and shoot. Yan mga kailangan natin makita, mga nanonood. Lalo ng mga kabataan. Handang tumira, buong-buo ang loob.
Can't see the clock from here. We're only looking at the game clock on their screens. Hindi pa umiilaw eh. And I'm not so sure if we can see it from there. We have to see that clock as well.
I didn't actually see the game clock.
Hard to tell kung hindi natin nakikita yung clock with the shot.
Oo nga.
And I don't know how they're gonna decide on this event, because this will be crucial for both squads.
And this is going to be talked about. 3-pointer by Batangas. 3-point shot by Batangas.
It counts.
I just need to ask, no? I thought a technical call was made against Coach Cholo.
Well, he did have a case.
So it's nullified, I believe.
That is
all right. Well, great challenge there by Coach Cholo, no? That's getting the attention of the referees to check on that call.
Oh, they don't want to leave the small things unturned here. JB has a forced shot. Great defense once again by Batangas. 10-point lead. Time definitely not on the side of Zamboanga. De La Virgen will take some seconds off the game clock. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Apinan, strong move. Importante, gets another offensive rebound for Batangas City.
What a great effort by the Batangas team. They just collapse and get on both offense and defense. Just relentless. How many offensive rebounds they get. And there you go, another.
Trying to kiss it off the glass. Apinan getting another offensive board. De La Virgen going around with Adi Santos near the half-court line.
Extremely frustrating, not only for the players but for the fans of Zamboanga. They played tough defense, great defense, forced shot from the outside because they killed the shot clock, and still Batangas gets that ball. Amazing effort by Batangas.
De La Virgen triggers into Hernandez. MJ. Valoria. Catch. Set. Could not knock it down. Marcelino. He has to hurry. The Japs all alone. Late challenge. Still a miss. This time Zamboanga gets the reset. JC. Runs into the defense. Everybody trying to go for that basketball.
And see, in that situation, they got 3-4 guys just clogging that path to the basket. They know JC's deadly once he enters and penetrates that D.
1 minute and 53 seconds remaining here. Little by little, resurrection by Zamboanga doesn't seem to be possible anymore. But we still cannot count them out. Batangas City is not yet out of the woods.
Oh, tama ka dun, Javi. Especially with the heart that fuels these players of Zamboanga.
Negilos inserted back in by Coach Vicky Casiano, replacing ito si Japs Bautista. Mosqueda is also on the floor. De La Virgen, Apinan. Nobody stopping the ball. Importante, easy basket.
King Importante, 8 points. Highly significant figure dito sa ating game. He just played tremendous basketball for Batangas team.
Living up to his nickname.
Importante.
Getting that basket right there. Unselfish basketball by Batangas City. That has been the name of the game for them. Unselfishness, relentless defense, and just great ball movement. Time out muna tayo dito. We'll be back. Looking at the updated player matchup, we talked about them at the top of our coverage. John Valoria and JC Marcelino. JC, in terms of this matchup, is leading John Valoria 22-19. He does have 6 rebounds and 1 assist, while Valoria has 4 boards and 2 dimes. But John Valoria's team is ahead right now, 80-68 with 1 minute and 34 remaining.
Oh nga, yung presence ni John Valoria by hitting those threes are the dagger in the heart sa players ng Zamboanga.
There you see JC Marcelino on your screens. He looks gassed right now. He's been trying to put this Zamboanga squad on his back. Will he be able to get them this victory here with 1 minute and 34 remaining? Marcelino, crossover to JC. That's blocked partially by Valoria. Crucial stop by Batangas. De La Virgen will not force it, and he will take his time.
Smart play by De La Virgen. No need to score anymore. Just waste the time.
Well, MJ has played the point guard spot beautifully, while Rudy Lingana sits comfortably on the bench.
Oo nga. At ang ganda ng contribution niya sa larong ito.
Oh, there's a block right there by Japs Bautista.
I need to mention lang something about this Zamboanga squad. You know, many were mentioning probably an upset. Yes, maybe an upset, but here's the thing. They have another game coming, So set it up. Baliktarin nyo lang. Set it up, prepare well, come into their territory, and just play good basketball. The kind of basketball you're familiar with. Who knows? Baka maka-upset din sila doon.
That's right. Well, in terms of upsets, we have had one of those yesterday in Palayan City, Nueva Ecija, getting their first loss when they look to be the immaculate squad here in the Mpbl. Someone getting that victory in game 1 of their own division finals in the North. Zamboanga still wanting to be the winner here in this game for sure.
Tama ka doon. At dito lang sa Mpbl, kahit ang mga nanonood sa atin na nagsha-shoutout, binabanggit, very unpredictable ang Mpbl games. Kaya napakagandang panoorin.
Oh, that's a mystery by Japs Bautista. 9 points, 80 to 71, 35 seconds remaining. Zamboanga. There you go, they give up the foul. It seems with 29.7 seconds remaining that Batangas will run away with the victory here in game 1. Your thoughts, Coach, on what Zamboanga needs to adjust on in the next game?
Well, Zamboanga needs to watch the tapes and actually look at the way the defense is set up for Batangas, because right now, Coach Cholo's team doesn't need to make major adjustments. It's Zamboanga that does. And trying to penetrate the defense, that formidable defense of Batangas, will be a tall task para sa squad ng Zamboanga. They need to prepare well, moving that ball around and finding moving targets to easily score would be the best thing right now for Zamboanga to do. They need to practice outside shots as well, because they need everything that comes their way.
Is a steal by Zamboanga, trying to salvage a little pride, while Japs Bautista trying to move Gonzalez out of the way. Offensive rebound, Bautista still could not score.
Just isn't their night, very tough night para sa Zamboanga. And just that's the frustration.
It seems today that youth was vanquished by experience right here at the Mayor Vitaliana Agan Coliseum. Cedric Ablaza, Levi Hernandez, John Valoria, Rudy Linganay, MJ De La Virgen, beating JC and JV Marcelino, Jmo Eguilos, Adi Santos, Tosi Tancinco, and the rest of the Zamboanga families, brand sardines. The upset acts continues in the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Division Finals.
Pero here's a nice thing, a nice thought, no? Zamboanga actually played better sa fourth quarter, limiting Batangas to 6 of 18, scoring 6 times out of 18 possessions. Still, tall order for them kasi malaki na talaga ang kinalamangan ng Batangas.
So much great performance para sa Batangas City in this game. But John Valoria hit the timely baskets to put away the Zamboanga squad. 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. This player of the game is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl. With OKBet, own the win, 80 to 71. Game 1 win for Batangas City. Embassy Chill in the best of 3 South Division Championship.
Oo nga, nakakatawa. Mika Apesamis watching in the house. Hello! Mika Apesamis, good evening sa'yo. I hope you enjoy the game.
Hello, Mika. But let's turn you over first to Sel Guevara, who is with our best player of the game, John Valoria.
Bilog nga naman talaga ang bola as we have our best player of the game from Batangas here on Zamboanga's home court. We got John Valoria with 19 points. John, sa tingin mo, saan kayo pinaka-consistent all throughout this game that even if Zamboanga rallied in the fourth quarter, you still won Game 1 of this division finals?
First of all, nagpapasalamat ako agad. Binigay niya sa amin panalo. Siguro, every practice, pinag-aaralan namin yung offense and especially yung defense namin. Doon kami nananalo, and then we guys played, buo. Family talaga.
Chemistry is really the secret. Ngayon is the time for you to greet and send a message sa inyong mga fans and loved ones na nanonood ngayon sa inyo.
Binabati ko yung mga kaibigan ko na galing pa ng Basilan, Boss Ram Latif, mga sila Mayor Hataman, mga kaibigan ko, papa ko si Eric, mama ko si Minda, si tito ko Vice Mayor Iloy Maniego sa Olambugan, lahat ng Tagalanaw, mga kapatid ko, anak ko si Tiara, family ko sa Pampanga, sa lahat ng mga taga sa Buanga, binabati ko kayo. Lahat ng kamag-anakan ko, hindi ko na may isa't isa. Kiel Ed, Kiel Myron, lahat ng kamag-anakan ko, kuya ko, lahat, Valoria, Balatayo, Doroha, lahat, Tagaro, Doyones, lahat. God bless atin lahat.
Thank you very much, Jong Baloria, and good luck sa Game 2. There you go. Our best player of the game is brought to you by OKBet. OKBet is the official partner of the MPBL. With OKBet, own the win. Back to you, JV and Javi.
Thank you so much, Chel. Once again, congratulations to the Batangas City Embassy Chill. The upset axe continues here once again in the MPBL Division Finals. Nueva Ecija losing yesterday, their first loss of the season. They're now 25-1, losing to the San Juan Knights. Go for gold, the number 3 seed in the North Division. Games on Monday. This is going to be game on Monday. Game 2 of the North Division Finals. Nueva Ecija hoping to equalize their series against the San Juan Knights. But can the boys of Coach Randy Alcantara finish this and pull off a very upsetting loss for Nueva Ecija? On Monday, that's going to happen at the Phil Eco Oil Center in San Juan City. That's going to be live on One Sports at 6:30 p.m. or the delayed telecast on 1PH at 9 o'clock p.m. Thank you so much once again for joining us, for my partner, Coach JV Gayoso, for Ms. Cel Guevara, and for all the hardworking men and women of our production crew. This has been Javi Palanya saying good night from Zamboanga City. This was the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.